Alright everyone, hello and welcome to another video on my channel today. I am going to show you my top 32 German Extravaganza Spellbook Dogmatica deck list. I have some things that I would have liked to change if I could have in retrospective, but we're just going to go through them. Also notice how the Dogmatica engine is completely lent to me by TCG Gold cards. I am going to give you their card market link in the description, and also how I streamed the entire event on twitch.tv/leopard_, which I'm also going to link for you in the description. Alright, let's get started with the deck profile. For the Spellbook engine, we're obviously playing 3 Blue Boy. We're also playing 3 of the Secrets and 3 of the Knowledge. So these are obviously your main Spellbook cards that you want to play. It's just consistency, and this card goes draw 2, which can like get you ideas, just get your engine cards, and it's all like highly searchable. Then we have 2 Spellbook of the Masters, which is to get extra searches from this if you hard open it, or if you search it with one of those. It's mainly to get Spellbooks in the graveyard for your Spellbook of Fate, which is actually like super insane, this format. Like banishing something that a virtual monster targets is super insane. Banishing the Drytron things and chaining to them is actually quite insane as well. And then it gets rid of like conducting the battle phase as well. It's just crazy, this card. I also played one Spellbook of Eternity, which this card fucking sucked, okay? This should have 100% been a second Spellbook of Fate. But I thought that in grind games it would be very good because you can add them back. But you almost never run out of these cards. The only one you really run out of is Fate. And you can't get Fate back because you're only playing 1 Fate, so you can't banish Fate. So this only ever came up once when my opponent banished Fate with Forcero, which is like, it's actually cracked. So this card's really bad. Also, these cards are German because I'm German. The Spellbook Tower is really good in like grind games because every turn it just shuffles back, draws, so it resets your engine and grants you advantage and draws into your power cards, which that's just like absolutely amazing for one card. And if it's destroyed, it can get you access to Ecclesia as well. So that's it for that engine. Then for the Dogmatica engine, we're playing 3 Nadir Servant, obviously. We're playing 3 Ecclesia, obviously. And then I opted to play Maximus and Floodley, and both at 1, because this card grants you very easy access to the Shadow combo, and this card is also very good at outing specific cards that this deck otherwise couldn't, or just to be searchable if you already draw Punishment. So this card also performed insane today, like for me, because you can link it into Crowley as well. Because this is the only Dogmatica one that doesn't lock you out of the extra deck, so that I found him to come up really nicely. We're playing 3 Punishment, obviously. It's super good removal, as you all know. I don't really need to explain this card, I think. We have 3 Pot of Prosperity. And I'm still, after 9 hours of Yu-Gi-Oh!, I am still not sure on what to think about this card. Sometimes it was absolutely crazy because like you'd open like Spellbook Magician, 3 traps and this, and it would just get you Nadir, and then you'd open everything and this guy would just be dead. But all in all, because this deck can break a lot, I really think that the Prosperity just did a good job at like making my good hands better and my bad hands actually playable. So I'd recommend this, but I don't think it's necessary for the deck. Then for the traps, I'm playing the Solemn Brigade. Especially Judgment came in crazy because of how many people will cite in back row removal for you, and then just going second strike's insane. Like you flip a trap, they respond, you just go strike, and you win, basically. That actually happened literally every time I lost the die roll. We're playing 3 Trap Trick, which can set us our 2 TT, or 2 Ice Dragon's Prism. I don't need to explain these either. This can also set Punishment if you need to get to your engine, but these traps are just like insane. And then for the last card in the main deck, I opted to play the Schism because yeah, Winter's a card. for the extra deck, I opted to play double Crowley. So this guy is insane because it's obviously a link 2. It searches a spellbook to your hand, so it goes plus as well. Yeah, that's basically it. We're playing 2 Artemis, which this is a way to link off your blue boy for an extra deck monster. I have never actually read these effects, I just know you can't trigger them in this deck. But it's like an extra deck monster you can summon for your Dogmatica monsters. We're playing Selene Access Code, because if you go into this, after your like turn 1 setup, you can just go normal summon the blue boy, you search last turn with this, you go into Selene, you go into Access Code, and you go do bigger damage. I played 1 Underworld Goddess of the Cloister. This never came up, obviously, because I'm a control deck. But I had a space in the extra deck, and my friend at TCG Gold Cards just pulled this and said, yo, wanna have it? And I said, whoa, that's a fucking dope card artwork. And then I played it to give me luck, and it worked, obviously, because I went and got top 32. But it should have definitely been the second Titanic Clad, which I've been missing. We're running the 3 Shaddolls, obviously to enter a window, you send this, then this. This adds and dumps Schism, this adds it back, and then you fuse. Very easy. I only played 1 Titanic Lad because I thought it would be enough, because I'm also playing Omega and Toad. So when you send this, it's going to add your blue boy back to your hand, and I figured that if I have these 3 in rotation, I can also recycle them. But this often came like a turn too late, and I would have wanted this in the graveyard rather than this instantly. So I think the Underworld Goes of the Cloister should have 100% been the second Titanic Class. And then we play 2 Enters because it's a Dogmatica deck, and we play Punishment, and Enters is pretty nice. For the side deck, I play Triple Draw because Drytron and some things that I don't like. And this card just FDKs Drytron basically, and then when they don't have their setup, I can just go and make mine. I played Pankratops. This card actually just didn't come up because it literally didn't solve any of the problems I had against any deck. Against like Virtual World, it doesn't out VFD. Against Drytron, it doesn't out the Herald. It just doesn't do anything really. And then for my last monster, I actually played Nailshot or Ariel, and this was so cracked, because instead of going for the fusion, if you don't open Maximus turn 1, you can go for punishments and Upcologne, and then Upcologne search and dump Ariel. And Ariel will just banish the 3 cards out of their graveyard, which is insane against both Drytron and Virtual World. And also Dinosaur and like a lot of Rogue against Eldritch. It's crazy how broken like triple DD Crow is. And you can just search and dump this by activating Punishment. So Punishment becomes like more interruption. I played double Heavy Storm and double DDG. And these are obviously trap trick targets. This was really good against both Virtual World and Drytron. This was really good against the Eldritch and Stun matchups I had. So both of them I definitely recommend. Then I played Triple Evilly Matched. I really liked this. And I think it's actually probably better than Lightning Storm right now, and then Control Deck specifically, because you really don't need your Battle Phase in this deck. So you can just go evenly, and it banishes everything. And a lot of decks don't put up like hard negates for this, or just one which you can easily bait with a Nadir or something, and then you evenly them, and you basically can like just put up your turn 1 while they have almost nothing. And then I played 2 triple tactics turns for going second. This actually won me my final game in time, because I baited their Herald, and then could TTT the Natasha they had on board and gain life points, and that literally won me my final game. And I played 1 half each side, the rest of this is pretty obvious. For my tournament record overall, I went 5-2-1. 1 draw in time, 1 loss in time, and then I was randomly OTK'd by MathMake twice, which I find to be really funny. yeah, my matchups were double Eldritch, one Eldritch Stun, which was the 5th place of the tournament actually, and one Eldritch Zoo. I played against 3 Virtual World, I played against Drytron, against Mathmake, and against Dragonlink. I believe that was it, maybe I'm missing something. And for the cards that I would have changed, I would have definitely put in like my second Fate over the Spellbook of Eternity, and then the second, Titanic Lad over the Underworld Gods of the Curse World. But other than that, I'm super happy with how this deck performed. It was actually crazy, and we had some super funny moments on stream, which I'm going to just shout out again. I did a lot of work on it during the 3 rounds while I had free time, so we now have chat notifications, everything else. I hope you come check it out, it'll be in the description, and I will see you then.